And that's what a Christian man does.
Right.
You know, he has limits, he has boundaries, he has discipline, he has consistency, and he stays on a path. Now, it's a path that we're not creating. The path is right here.
Right.
You know, the path is already laid out. Now, your path might be different than mine. Your path is different than mine, but where we're going is the same place, right? Mm-hmm. We all have the same mission.
Right.
And our mission is to glorify God in everything that we do. And it's to build disciples, and it's to disciple to men and women and children. You know, now the path that we go for that mission is different in each of us. I'm in law enforcement, you do construction, you're in sales. Like, the path is different.
Right. Isaiah 54:2 came on my heart this morning when I was praying about, like, what are we talking about? God, come on, man. Like, when we're talking about this in 54:2, I bumped my mic, so that's probably going to make a loud, funny noise, but that's okay. It's enlarge the place of your tent. Stretch your tent curtains wide. Do not hold back. Strengthen your cords. Strengthen your stakes. And that's NIV, so if anybody wants to know the version. But what's that mean, right? We always hold back because we don't see the outcomes, or we don't see the outcome we like, or we don't see the outcome we think we could get to. But he's just sitting there. It's like, you know, we talked about it in other conversations, owning the situation and extreme ownership. We've mentioned that book before here too. But you're never going to get to the place you want to get to if you don't take a step forward. Mm-hmm. Like, put your toe in the water, right?
But if we knew, like, hey, all you guys got to do is get together around a table, start talking, and in 6 months you're going to be mobilionaires and blah blah blah.
Like and subscribe.
There's no faith to walk this thing out.
Right.
Right.
It's it's there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. And like, faith requires moving when you can't see.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It requires stepping out. It requires stepping your toe in the water. The picture we always got was, I think it's like the third Indiana Jones, where he has to step off of that mountain ledge and you can't see, like, the little invisible bridge. Uh-huh. Like, everywhere is led to here, and it's going to take a moment or several moments of, okay, God, here I am.
Right.
And I'm going to take this step. And, like, it's not a blind step necessarily, because he's telling you, step forward. Right. Yeah, but I can't see. He's like, but I can. And it's kind of like, as far as the mountaintop perspective, he has the highest perspective. He's the Overwatch. Mm-hmm. He's got us. He can see the beginning from the end and everything in between. And so as our faith grows, you know, leaning and trusting that when we step where he says to, that he can't fail.
Well,
he doesn't fail.
It's in business, you know. They say, think outside of the box, mm-hmm. right? I mean, that's completely contradictory to what he tells you to do. Stretch your tent wide. Mm-hmm. Pull those cords and those strings longer. See where your reach could go to. See how I could develop that reach for my kingdom in this place, right? Yeah. And that's it. Like, I'm very simple, right? We'll get back to the keep it simple, stupid. I'll say it every single time we talk.
We need a new one, because I think that came out in like the 70s or something. We need a different acronym.
But that's the best one.
I guess. I mean,
hey, stretch your tent.
Since we're keeping it simple, I guess simplicity would be with not reinventing the wheel.
Right. That's faith as small as a mustard seed. You said it earlier, right?
Well, and, you know, as we're going through this and thinking how it relates to work, because we all have those areas, like John was saying about boundaries. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable.
Right.
In what way do I set an example? In what way am I different? In what way do I not look like everyone else that's in the industry I am, that's in the area I am, whatever? What about my life says that I have something that not only you need, but you should want?
Right.
To coworkers and people that we're around that are friends, that, I mean, I think some of the hardest people to minister to are people like your friends and family that you've known forever, because they were with you in all of the dumb, in all of the anti-God, in all of the fill in the blank stuff. You know what I mean? And then you tell them like, oh no, but I found Jesus. And so I'm different. And they're waiting for the same.
Right. It's where you get to that point in work, like where people have expectations. You're supposed to keep secrets. You're supposed to not work through it. And you kind of get to a point where you keep acting in truth and light, and you try and put those things out there for people, and they start to know that honesty comes with you, right? And that morality is part of your backbone.
Integrity.